Right, well, it's day one of isolation. It's, what's the date today? The 24th of March. This day is going to go down in history, I think. So it's day one of isolation, and we're preparing to get the garden ready for fruit and vegetable crops. We've got a nice big garden, we're lucky, and we're going to segregate the garden for puppies, because we've got a lot of puppies. Just had puppies yesterday. They're in there, and they're going to be coming out in a week or two and having a little bit of garden time. So this area is going to be, this area here is going to be fenced off for the puppies with some chicken wire. That's going to be fruit. I'm going to put raspberries in there, and away we go. Lots to do, lots to do. We can keep ourselves busy and occupied for hours doing it. I don't know if you can see this clearly, but this was a bed of strawberry plants that got very heavily overgrown last year. Now I grow strawberries every year, and as you can see, that is a strawberry plant there with weeds all around it. That's a weed. There's another strawberry plant here. So what I've done is I've pulled all of these out. You can just pull them out because they weren't in that deep. You shake off all the earth and then you remove all the weeds. And what I've done is I've done that with the rest of the bed, and I've got a whole pot here full of strawberry runners. I mean, each individual one of these will become a strawberry plant. Even the tiniest little ones like that. That's not tiny little ones. Some tiny ones like that. That will become a strawberry plant, a whole separate strawberry plant, if it's well cared for. Now I've got more than I can possibly use for myself, so I'm going to give a few of these away to my neighbours, and they will grow in just ordinary soil or in pots. But beware the vine root weevil if you grow them in pots. You get vine root weevil in these, and it tends to eat through the roots and kill all the plants. So that's something to think about. The fruits of our labours so far, we've now got a lovely big, deep, dug over, stone-free patch to grow in. And if you just look across here, the little turf, I dug a strip of turf out and I piled it up there. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, probably throw it away. So we're filling these pots with stones and getting rid of them and digging this over, and I'm going to plant in a load of fruit, raspberry canes along here probably. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. Right, what we got here? We've got a load of pots we're filling with earth because we've dug all this over, and it's obviously expanded the volume of the compacted earth quite a lot. We're filling them half full of this topsoil, and then we're going to, as you can see, we're sorting out any growth, any stones coming out of the pots. Very important, that. And then we're going to put in half compost on top, mix it all up, and plant in all of our probably all of our strawberries in these pots, because they grow really well in the pots during the summer. The problem you get is vine root weevil in the winter, but we'll come to that. We'll deal with that when we get to it. You usually get 10 or so plants that haven't been affected, and you can split them and repot them again in the spring. And I'm going to put them on the oh, excuse me, got some muck in my mouth. I'm going to put them on the west side of the garden so they get the morning sun, and then they don't get overheated in the afternoon when it's really hot here, when you get the sun baking in and it's sheltered from the afternoon sun. That's the plan anyway. We've got a lot of pots, got a lot of gardening material, so we're lucky really, and we've got a lot of space. We're currently taking out all this dead wood from the edges here to make more beds to grow stuff in. So all these old plants that we've taken down, the roots haven't quite gone on that yet, but it's nearly there. This one has definitely gone. That'll come out with a fork. Great. And I've got to weed. I've got a massive asparagus bed here, all of that green area there, from there across to here, that's all asparagus. So I need to weed all of that, and then we'll have asparagus in, well, it's end of March now, won't be too long. Wow, we've worked bloody hard today. Look at this, that's a lovely row of raspberries in there, and there's room in front for another crop as well, something that goes with raspberries. I'll have to look up what it is that we can grow with the raspberries to keep the bugs off, maybe leeks or something like that. We've got a lovely plum tree in blossom here, look. The cherries coming out as well. Camellia, very pretty but absolutely useless for crops. Ben did a fabulous job weeding all of this. So that's the asparagus bed. Hopefully that'll do well this year as well. It has in the past. I've got some seeds from that last year. We had a lot of berries. Oh, we've thinned out this old patch full of raspberries down here, and put them in up the other end where I just showed you. Cleared out all of this area here. Filled the composter up to the top. And to put the lid back on that and get it going. And then Joel dug out this whole area as well. So that's all clear too. And we can plant something in there. So we've achieved quite a bit today, I think. My back is telling me we've achieved a lot today. Oh yeah, and all those little strawberries I broke up, I've potted in here, look. So there's 4 strawberries in each of these pots, 1 in each corner. Hopefully they'll hang over the edge and then we'll get fruit out of them easily like that. I've just put a bit of water on them to get them started. It's quite chilly at night still, so I'm not worried about evaporation really. They'll hopefully suck that up and come along quite nicely. Some of them have actually got strawberries on them. So we're doing really well. That's one day, day 1 of isolation. Just a start. Loads of work done.